Hey guys, Jeremy here with Simple Little Life, and welcome to another edition of Tool Time Tuesday. This week I've got a little bit of a different one for you. Obviously, I'm not in my shop right now. We're still on like a mini vacation, I guess you could say, in Fernie, British Columbia. And so I've actually brought a tool with me that I can use to feature for this week's Tool Time Tuesday. We're going to talk a little bit about vinyl cutters and how they're useful for knife makers. But first, viewer knives. First knives we'll take a look at this week are sent to us from Robin, and Robin sent pictures of basically 6 different blades in total, but 2 different pictures. So the first picture we'll see these 3 knives that he made. Those are all made from 1095 tool steel, and he used the birch handles, birch for the scale material, as well as the dark one there. That is cherry tree that he took out of his garden. So that is actually really cool. And then these next 3 blades are all made from files. They're slightly larger blades, and you can see him sitting on top of his belt grinder belt there. Really nice looking bevels there. Those are going to be really awesome blades. So Robin, thanks so much for sending your pictures. Next knife we'll take a look. Brutes from Portugal sent us a picture of his latest chef's knife that he'd made. Very nice looking blade. And the last viewer knife for this week's Tool Time Tuesday is also another chef's knife. Now this is a Chinese style chef's knife, the gentleman's calling it. Nelson's actually a machinist. It doesn't say exactly where he's from, but he sent a picture of this knife, and really awesome looking blade. Fantastic, very well done. Nelson, thanks so much for sending that in. Again, if you'd like your knife featured on this channel, just email me, Jeremy at homesteadknives.com. But let's get into vinyl cutters. So, the vinyl cutter that I have is a Cricut Explorer Air 2, and this was something that I asked for this for my birthday after I saw my sister-in-law get this same thing for Christmas. Why would I want one of these? Typically these things are more used for like scrapbookers / crafty type people, but I really like the ability to cut your own vinyl, and I'll tell you, this Cricut Explorer 2 does a fantastic job. Full disclosure, I have no affiliation with Cricut in any way, shape, or form. We'll take a quick look at some of the features. So, some of the things you can use these Cricuts for are things like the typical vinyl crafty things. You can make decals for wine glasses, for coffee cups, for your vehicle, all sorts of different things. But what I really wanted this thing for more than anything else was to be able to make my own stencils for etching my blades. Now previously I used that photo, I don't know, that stencil maker where you put it under the light and then you develop it, and those are great stencils. They're really nice, they last a long time, but making them is such a pain in the butt, especially if you have to do like custom ones, like if you're putting dates on the knife or something, or some custom logo for somebody. It's a real pain to have to go through that process of developing stencils like that every single time. So that's why I really wanted to get some type of a vinyl cutter. Now these things are quite affordable as compared to like traditionally priced vinyl cutters. I don't know, I think these things are around $250, that's if I remember correctly, but really that's not that expensive when you consider the fact that you can cut vinyl for t-shirts, for vehicles, you can make your own stickers, you can make all kinds of stuff. This thing is also really good for making like coloring pages for the kids and stuff like that. You can also use this a lot for organization around your shop, for labeling different bins and containers. Basically, you can make everything of yours like personalized and make it your own. Even the Cricut cutter itself. Obviously, I put my name on there. I did a skull to make it real like manly and like yeah, that's not some crafting Cricut. This is a knife maker's Cricut. You customize your laptop, support your local knife maker, Homestead Knives logo on the Apple so it lights up. All sorts of things you can do with a vinyl cutter. But let's go ahead and I'll show you cutting really quick, and we'll kind of run through a few of the features. Let's just do that right now. So essentially, you plug it in. This one I use strictly with Bluetooth, so it's kind of nice. I don't have to plug in a USB. I do almost all the design work and the printing and everything from my iPad, which is really handy. They've got the Cricut design software for Android and Apple devices. You can use it in your computers, via USB, whatever you'd like, but really you just plug in the power cord and you're ready to go. Now the Cricut here has storage compartments in the front, and then also this port right here is where you can put a pen. So you can put these specialized Cricut pens. And then obviously this side here is where you put the blade, and this is the cutter right here. You can get different types of blades for different materials. Apparently these things will even do like really thin sheet metal and wood. I've never tried either of those. I've strictly used this for vinyl, but it works really good. You've got your little selector dial for the material that you're going to be using right here, and it is very straightforward, very simple to use, and I'm a huge fan. I really like this Cricut. One cool thing about the Cricut is that you can use it to make awesome t-shirts. So the cut is done, and now we need to weed it, which is where you pull all the parts off that you don't want. This is by far the worst part of doing large vinyl projects. So as you can see, the weeding process it's a painstaking and slow process. Alright guys, so this is just a really quick look at what you can do with a vinyl cutter. Now, this is a relatively new tool to me, and I've been using it for the last several months, but when you have technology like this available and at your disposal, it's amazing how many creative ideas you can come up with of things to make, ways to, custom organization, custom branding. Even it's fine just to make weird signs and put them throughout your shop. And again, one of the big things that this is super handy for is to make stencils that you can use for etching your maker's mark onto your blades. Really, with something like this and the fact that it can cut really thin gauge aluminum and copper, things like this, it really opens up a lot of doors to different decorative and creative things that you can do. Alright guys, well that's it for this week's Tool Time Tuesday. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please click the thumbs up button, and if you haven't subscribed already, please consider doing so. Thanks for watching guys. Cheers. He's a deer. You crazy kid. We gotta talk about these knives.
Really?
Yeah.